Hey guys, welcome to the Hotkeys podcast. I'm your host today, Landon Browning. Joining me, as always, is
Wil Dobratz
and
Colby Chapman
and David Parker.
What? We're all here except for Mick, who's gone. He was here for 3 seconds, dropped off the soundboard, and then had to go to a mysterious dinner. So it's just us today, which is fine. How are you guys doing?
Fantastic.
You're doing fantastic.
It's Wednesday,
September 27th.
Yep. So just thought I'd
2023.
out there. 2023.
A kind of a rainy, kind of little moody weather.
I like today's weather. It's been on and off. There's been some sunshine, some really hard rain, some soft rain. Went on a walk when it was a little light drizzle. It was great.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started on fall weather right now. I'll lose my mind.
Oh, I forgot that Colby
I'll
goes
eat up the next hour being a hater.
I forget that Colby goes from
rampage.
Yeah, he goes from joyful to suicidal, like when the temperature drops 10 degrees and it gets a little bit.
All it takes is one raindrop. That's all it takes.
So why do you hate rain so much?
It's depressing and stupid.
I love rain.
I hate being wet. I hate being cold. What's worse than being cold? Being cold and wet.
Why do you hate fall more than winter then?
So why don't you stay inside?
Because then it gets depressing. Also, I was on the roof today. I got soaked. So
wet. I like rainy weather sometimes. Like coast weather. Like I was on this little callback to the teaser from last week. The little end teaser. Went to the coast this last weekend.
Yeah, people were really just waiting. They were
like, here, man, please. Yeah, Aubrey and I went to the coast.
Who's Aubrey?
My girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, are you gonna ask that every time we record?
I feel like it's a thing. So
Yeah.
I feel like probably. And it was rainy 2 out of 3 of the days we were down there. And actually, rainy coast weather, like on the Oregon coast, is pretty cool. Like I kind of like it.
I'm a fan.
Like it's definitely atmospheric for that kind of coast. Like you'll get like we were walking through the little town and we found a chowder shop and went inside and dried off and had a bread bowl with chowder.
I love clam chowder, dude.
It's so good. I think I had clam chowder every day we were there.
Oh.
why wouldn't you though? You know.
Why wouldn't I? So
when in Rome.
When in the Oregon coast. So you guys want to hear about my trip?
Yeah.
I know everybody
talk
was
about
really We drove down Friday. Yeah, what did we do? Friday night we walked along the beach. We got there right around I think 6 o'clock. It was just about, so we got there in time for sunset, a sunset walk across the beach, which was awesome. And then we went and got seafood. We got it was a little local restaurant. We got seafood fettuccine seafood with crab and shrimp.
Ooh,
which was so good.
That sounds great.
So good. And then she booked a cool Airbnb for us to stay in, so we didn't have to stay in a hotel or anything. So we had it was way nicer. It was really close to the beach, probably a 5 or 10 minute walk. So we hung out on the beach a little bit, and the next day we went to the aquarium, the Newport Aquarium, which I used to be deathly afraid of aquariums. I feel like this has been documented, right? My fear.
Yeah, we've talked about it.
But you've also talked about how much you now love aquariums. I feel like all of us love aquariums. Aquariums.
Oh, it's so great.
They're
It's
awesome.
so great.
Yeah, they're so cool.
So we went to the Newport Aquarium, saw some sharkies, saw some fishies, saw some sea otters, which, man, do I effing love sea otters. They're so cute.
Bree loves sea otters too.
They're the
I think they're
best.
funny. They're devious.
They're so funny. So funny. And we were there in time to watch them get fed, which was great. They're so cute. They lay on their back and eat whatever seafood delicious snacks are being fed to them. So watch them eat for 45 minutes and it didn't get old. Did that, and then we went to I don't know if you guys have ever had Pelican Brewing beer. You've probably seen it in the stores in the area. We went to stop by one of their locations and hung out and had wait, no, that's a different day. We went to a lighthouse. I'm getting my trip all mixed up.
Your lighthouse?
My lighthouse. I bought it. I said sold. I sold the Miata. I sold the Subaru. I sold my house and put 1% down on the lighthouse.
Shining in the darkness.
Shining in the darkness. I will follow you. I think lighthouses might be my favorite thing. Yeah,
Please.
Oh man.
We went to the lighthouse. I'm trying to remember which lighthouse it was. It was I think it's one of the only ones in it's in between Lincoln City and Newport. So we walked there. Where you couldn't climb it. It was closed. Was not open to climb. But we got to walk all around it and then walk down to the coast area and take pictures up at it.
Did you look up and do the Willem Dafoe the lighthouse meme? When
I did.
He's looking up.
Fortnite. Have you seen that movie?
Okay.
I haven't. No,
It's
I've heard
whack.
I heard it's crazy. Like I've heard it's not like good, but it's just crazy.
I didn't really like it that much.
Yeah, that's what I've
Mick
heard.
and I watched it together,
Nice.
and I think we both didn't really understand what was happening. So
Is it too like art housey?
it's pretty like it's really artsy fartsy.
artsy
Like,
fartsy.
I don't even know if there's really a plot. It's just like these two dudes going crazy. Yeah.
Any point? Any like moral of the story?
I don't really think so. I don't think there was really much morals involved.
Interesting.
No, I think it's just about two dudes going crazy. But maybe I didn't get it. Maybe I was too stupid. But do you think I was too stupid, Will?
No, I don't think so.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Ask me.
Colby, do you think I was too stupid?
Yeah, I do actually.
It happens.
Yeah, we went to the lighthouse and then we stopped by Pelican Brewing and got I think it was that day. I'm getting the days mixed up, but we got some like good beer. Got this like delicious, like they had like a dessert menu and we'd already eaten like lunch that day. We weren't quite hungry for dinner, so we got like this lemon cheesecake, which was like it was so good. It was like
I love cheesecake, dude.
yeah. Good graham cracker crust. And then what else did we do? The next day we went to the Tillamook Cheese Factory.
Oh,
Which-
did you get a grilled cheese sandwich?
I did not get a grilled cheese
Oh!
sandwich. Whoa, you okay?
Dave just died.
Can't believe you didn't get a grilled
You
cheese
didn't
sandwich.
tell me to get one beforehand.
I thought it was
you
just a
didn't tell me.
given. Did you get ice cream?
Yeah, you should have just known.
We each got a milkshake.
Did you get
So-
cheese curds?
We had a sample of cheese curds, which were delicious. So I should have known.
I love
Neither of
cheese
us were
curds.
super hungry. I think we'd already had.
Dude, they're so good.
Wisconsin burger cheese curds are
Yeah.
super good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we had like breakfast burritos on the drive that morning. So like neither of us were hungry for lunch. So we just
That's
got a
your
milkshake.
mistake. And having breakfast burritos before the Tillamook Cheese Factory.
Yeah.
Imagine. You could have eaten all the cheese you could have wanted.
Yeah. And then we went
You're
to
at a cheese factory.
well, okay, man. Like don't hate, dude.
I'm just saying, you have breakfast burritos before a cheese factory?
Well, it was a drive. We had it,
Yeah. What was the thinking behind
or
it?
maybe we did. I'm being really forgetful. Maybe we didn't have. No, we got full on. We got pig and pancake before we went there. That's what we did. My bad.
You get pig and pancake before a cheese factory?
Yes, that's what we did. We went to the pig and pancake. I'm forgetting everything. I like really have like a horrible memory. So we got that for like brunch, and then we went to the cheesecake factory and got milkshakes. And then on our drive to the cheesecake factory, the cheese factory, Tillamook Cheese Factory, we passed by. There was a huge hangar. There was an air museum in Tillamook,
I've been there.
and so we stopped by on the way back from the Tillamook Cheese Factory. We stopped there and toured that air museum.
It's a really cool air museum.
It was
There's a lot of sweet stuff in there.
Yeah, so we hung out there for a couple hours, and then we drove back, and we got like a nice seafood dinner that night. We got like lobster and like stuffed salmon, so really good. And then the trip back, we stopped by McMinnville and went to the air museum there, which is super cool. If you haven't been to that one, the Spruce Goose, so good.
Do you guys
Huge
know about
airplane.
Do you guys know about the Spruce Goose?
I'm unfamiliar.
It was
I
Howard
don't know what a
Hughes'
Spruce Goose is.
plane,
Yeah.
but it was like a plane that can land in the water.
Yeah,
But
it was an experimental. It was like a government contract plane. Like
I think
it
it's
cost
the
like
H4 Hercules.
yeah,
Spruce Goose.
cost like $20 million to make back in like the 40s.
Holy
Like,
crap.
yeah, it was going to be constructed to be a military transport for like either troops or like heavy armor type stuff, and it only flew one time. Its test flight was its only time it ever flew. I think it took like 7 years to build or something from like
Wow.
engineering to like completion. It's like 6
It
or
has
7
a
years.
ginormous wingspan, still one of the
It's
longest wingspans of any plane in existence right now.
It takes up the entire hangar. Like
That's nuts.
yeah, it's eight engines. It's completely constructed, like it's like frame and everything is completely wood because it was not allowed to. We watched a little video about it. Like they were not allowed to use any metal because most of the metal was being used for war, like other things in the wartime. So they had to use wood to build it. So I can only imagine how much fuel it took on its one test flight. Like the engines don't look like they should be big enough to make the thing fly either. It's got 8 of them, and it still doesn't seem like it should be enough to get the thing off the ground. Like it was nuts. So it flew one time for like I think like 10 minutes or something, like only like 70 feet off the ground, and that was the only time.
And they're like, yeah, we got to can this.
I don't know what happened to. They just like stored it in like they stored it down in California for forever. And
Yeah,
they
it
moved
was in Long Beach. There's this huge dome that now is used by Carnival Cruise Lines. And it's down in Long Beach, California. And it used to be housed in there like a museum, and then it was maybe 20 or 30 years ago. It was moved up, I think by barge, up to McMinnville to be.
Yeah, it's crazy. They showed some footage of it on the highways, like being like transported. It's nuts. Like I can't imagine like watching it like drive by. Like they had to close down so many highways and stuff to get it up there. Like, and then they reconstructed it because they disassembled it and they reconstructed the whole plane like inside the hangar over the course of a couple of years. Like, so
that's nuts.
Yeah, so pretty crazy.
Well, there's other cool
fun.
planes there too, right?
Oh yeah, there was tons. They used to have. I went there like.
Do they have a Concorde?
Which one's the Concorde?
It's the one that was
They've changed it up
really fast, like faster than the speed of sound. That was.
They have a ton of planes. They had like the C. What was the transport plane during World War II? Like the famous like twin engine. Like it also got like made into like one of the first like a popular like small commercial airliner for like richer people. I think it's like a C4 or something. Let me look it up. C4 plane. Oh, maybe not. I can't remember.
Colby and I saw planes, and we actually haven't even talked about it.
Yeah,
because we haven't been on the podcast together since our trip. But we saw a bunch of planes together.
Yeah, planes are so cool. They're like the coolest thing ever. I always forget how big they are too. Like sometimes like you just see like, you know what I mean? Like on a poster or something, you see like a fighter jet and you're like, oh, that's like a little fighter plane. Then like you see it in person, you're like, oh my God, like this thing, like just for like a 1-seat plane, it's like massive. So we saw that.
So mean looking.
So mean. And then on the way back, we stopped and got Shake Shack in Portland.
Oh, I love Shake Shack.
I needed it so bad. Like the first one we stopped at was closed, and I was like, I was about to like, start crying.
Is there going to be Shake Shack on the cruise?
There might be one.
Yes,
in California, maybe. Like,
there's a Shake Shack in every port.
It's at Sea Excursion.
Yeah, it's an at Sea Excursion.
And then we stopped at like Stumptown Coffee and got some coffee.
Nice.
Ooh, Stumptown's really good.
They are really good. And I found out on this trip,
some beans for your house.
I did not get any grounds for my house.
Oh,
I'll bring out some for her and some for her friend. I just got an Americano, no cream, no sugar.
Okay.
I was pretty healthy after my Shake Shack. I thought I'd have just an Americano.
Really?
Americano's like 0 calories.
Yeah, but it's also disgusting.
No, an Americano's great.
No, they're good. They're good.
Pretty good.
I think they're disgusting.
You don't like coffee. You don't like coffee.
Yeah, you don't like coffee.
I found out on this trip too, because Aubrey and I played all kinds of little like games. Found out 2 things. I cannot beat her at rock, paper, scissors for the life of me.
How?
I don't know. I can't I won a couple. I won a couple hands, but like if we probably played like 30 rounds of rock, paper, scissors, I probably won like 5 or 6. Like,
so she's like way in your head. Right?
Oh yeah, like I can't. Yeah,
dude.
And then I also found out she's really bad at Jenga, like really bad. So that was pretty funny. We played 4 games of Jenga.
She doesn't have steady hands, isn't she a nurse?
She's just like willing for like the bad blocks. Like one time we made it like 2 rounds. We made it to like the second round. She pulled like a block out in, like the second.
Maybe she felt so bad because you were so bad at rock, paper, scissors. She's like,
how are you?
You know, I'll make him feel good, and I'll keep losing on purpose to Jenga.
I guess she did win the last round of Django, so maybe she was like, all right, I've let him win.
She's like, okay, I'm done. I need a win so that we can move on and do something else. Man. Did you play anything else?
I can't believe the 2 games you mentioned were rock, paper, scissors, and Jenga.
Well, we played rock, paper, scissors while we were driving.
What?
Yeah.
That seems so super unsafe.
Okay, cool.
What are you doing?
I do not rock, paper, scissors, and drive.
Wow, okay.
No, I'm kidding. I'm trying to think what else. We saw a bunch. The drive is always so pretty too. Like once you make it out of like the yucky Central Washington part and like get down like along the coast, like the scenery is so good. And then we had like a bunch of good food, like fish and chips, clam chowder.
Oh, I love fish and chips. Yeah. Fish and chips are one of my favorite foods. I love clam chowder too, but fish and chips.
I think I like clam chowder a little bit more than fish and chips.
Well, I think fish and chips, if you have really, really good tartar sauce, is just
it's all about the tartar. Is it all about the tartar?
I think so. I think it depends.
That's such a Will answer to give.
Yeah, it totally is. No, it totally is.
What's that supposed to mean?
It just means that it doesn't really make sense.
Imagine saying that about French fries and being like, you know what? It's not the fry that matters. It's all about the ketchup.
I mean, it kind of low key can be.
Sometimes. Okay. Oh my gosh.
No.
Listen,
the ketchup doesn't make the fry. The tartar sauce doesn't make the fish. Okay?
All I'm saying, no. What I'm trying to say is that like it kind of depends on if it's better than clam chowder. It depends on the tartar. Obviously, there's other factors, but like
there's bad tartar sauce out there.
Right. What I'm saying is, if you ace the fish and chips, and you don't ace the tartar, I think I like clam chowder better.
I feel like the tartar's the easy part to nail, though. Like,
but some tartar's better than others. So, but if you ace the fish and chips and ace the tartar, I like it more than clam chowder. That's all I'm saying.
what about the lemon wedge? How good does the lemon have to be?
I mean, the lemon wedge,
he's like, I
not
use
really a
limes.
factor. It's hard to.
Are you putting the lemon juice on your fish and chips?
Of course he doesn't.
Of course, yeah. That was what the sometimes you're not putting the lemon juice.
No, sometimes I do or I don't, depending on how lemony I want to be.
Does it depend on the what? Will does that also?
Cool. I can't even understand you, Colby.
Yeah,
like,
you're breaking up, Colby.
Wait.
Colby is in a parking.
No,
he's
really?
parked somewhere in the Seattle Tacoma area, in his rental car.
I'm homeless.
So
Yeah.
he catches a break for his bad connection.
Yeah.
Hey, my apologies.
Yeah. You gotta have lemon juice. Am I the only person that like has to have the lemon juice on it? Like,
I love the
lemon wedge. I want the lemon wedge.
I could go either way.
Yeah. Yeah. So we had plenty of food. I feel like all my goals when I go to the coast are always like food oriented. Like, I'm like, I gotta have a bread bowl with chowder. I'm like, I gotta have fish and chips. Gotta have my lobster, which I love. Lobster's so good. So good. So great trip. Got a bunch of great photos. Tillamook Cheese Factory is always a blast. Love the cheese. Yeah. I'm mad I didn't get a grilled cheese sandwich. I didn't realize they were that good there.
Well, I mean, you'll go back at some point, and you'll get one then.
Then I'll what? What was that, Will?
I said you were pretty full when you went to the factory, which was your first mistake.
Yeah, full at the factory.
Full at the factory.
Have you guys ever eaten a pig and pancake? Pig and
No.
pancake? It's a good little spot in Oregon.
Right, but you went to a cheese factory and you went in full.
I mean, I went in not that full. I mean, I had a milkshake, so how full was I? Huh? How full was I?
I mean, you can always make room for a milkshake, so...
Yeah, I can
cram one of
those. Yeah. So
welcome back.
Yeah, yeah. We got cute matching sweatshirts. Aubrey and I.
Are they cute?
And then we got cute. I think they're cute. And then we got cute matching Tillamook coffee mugs. So yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So now we can wear those around together.
Okay.
Will looks mad.
Wouldn't you be?
Like, you're like the middle school couple you see walking by, and they have the same sweatshirt, the same shirt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, Landon didn't get a middle school relationship, so
I didn't get a middle school girlfriend,
dude.
I didn't get to have one.
Now he just has his real life relationship.
Yeah, it's my real life. Middle school's not real. It's not real, Will. You tell me you wouldn't get matching hoodies?
No, probably not.
You wouldn't?
No.
Bree and I bought matching T-shirts like last week.
I mean,
Will's like, well, now that Dave did it, I mean, I would maybe.
No, I say, like, what kind of T-shirt do you like? And if she likes, this kind of T-shirt, I might like a different one. If I like the same one, then maybe I'd buy the same one. But it wouldn't be designated like, oh, let's buy matching stuff.
Well, we both liked this one too.
Yeah, I imagine that there was like talk involved with this, Will.
Yeah. There was chatter.
One person didn't go, we're gonna buy 2 of these together.
Yeah, and you're gonna wear it,
and we're gonna wear it.
Yeah.
Listen, that's okay. Never mind. You know what?
Yeah, that's enough.
Ignore what I'm saying.
That's enough.
Ignore what I'm saying. I'll just sit in judgment.
Can't wait till like 3 weeks from now. Will's like, yeah, me and this girl, we got like matching. We got matching outfits. We got
They're
matching
onesies.
Anime, we got matching anime onesies. Trying to think if there's anything else. The trip was really good. Very good, nice rainy weather. And there was a hot tub at the Airbnb, so we got a hot tub. So
hot tubs are nice in cold weather. Yeah, for sure.
They are, yeah. Especially it was like drizzling too. So like when it's kind of raining a little bit, like feels great. So
Colby and I did not hot tub on our trip,
dude.
But that's because it was too hot.
All we had was the bathtub.
But we made it work.
That'll work. Who sat by the drain?
Colby, of course.
Of course.
Colby's a drain boy.
I love the drain. I yearn for it.
No, it was a beginning of September. Colby came and we what did we do? We had dinner together the first night. We had calzones, and then we made room for a milkshake because there's always room for a milkshake. So we had milkshakes.
Yep. You had a milkshake, Dave?
It was it's like a Blizzard, but it wasn't Dairy Queen. It was an off-brand Blizzard.
You know what, Dave? That's interesting facts right there.
Yeah.
Landon's just trying to keep track of my
I'm
calories.
trying to keep track of Dave's caloric intake.
And then the next day we went. Was it the next day that we went to what's it called? Six Flags, and we rode a bunch of roller coasters all day.
We rode like 20 roller coasters.
That sounds like so much fun.
I think we started counting, right? Like it was maybe 20 different ones, but in total it was because we redid I think maybe 6 or 7 of them. So I think we got up almost to like 30 rides in one day or something like
good.
that. Well, some of the stuff just had like really short lines, which was nice. And a lot of the roller coasters there are like intense roller coasters, and there was a lot of them. So you kind of just go from place to place, and you go on some epic ride, and then you go on another one. It's not like, you know, like, oh, Disneyland with its like 2 or 3 fun roller coasters.
I feel like I would like Six Flags a lot more than Disneyland then.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have as many of the like, you know, thematic kind of more storytelling rides, which are sometimes fun. Like they have their place, and I enjoy those too. It's pretty much, you know, whole focus is
adrenaline.
Adrenaline rush with roller coasters.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
But I had a really good time. I think Colby had a good time.
You think?
Yeah.
Did Colby get a little scared? Did you get a little scared?
It was actually, yeah. I didn't do the plunge.
There was one that Colby did not do. It was Lex Luthor's Drop of Doom or whatever it's called. That thing goes up so high.
And then is it one that just slowly goes up? Is it one that just slowly goes up? It's like a panic plunge, like from
like slowly goes up. And
I don't.
And then Lex Luthor goes like, and then it cuts, and then you fall like 400 feet.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah, there's two rides that I don't do. It's plunges and Ferris wheels. Both are
too scary.
There were no Ferris wheels at Six Flags.
Ferris wheels are so bad. I hate them. I could rant on how much I hate Ferris wheels for probably, I don't know, 2-3 episodes of the show. A 3-parter.
Yeah, and then we got In and Out.
Yeah, we got In and Out, and we got
Double Animal Style.
I think that's what I got.
Yes.
And then the last day or next day we did what do we have? Pupusas and
what?
What is it? Boba tea. I guess Colby had not had either one of them, so we did that. Colby kept calling it Cultural Appreciation Day.
I think I called it Cultural Diversity Day.
Oh, is that what you said?
Appreciation.
I'm going to believe what Dave said.
Appreciation, I think, might be better for the brand.
He said he called it Cultural Appropriation Day, and I said you should call it Appreciation Day,
no,
Colby. And he said, "What's the difference?"
I'm going to once again choose.
No.
I think Dave is more of a factual man. Colby's more of a feeling man. So I think Dave is right.
What does that mean?
I'm going to choose to believe Will's statement.
Yeah.
Did you like those foods though, Colby?
Yeah, especially the pupusas. Those were like incredible.
Who's that?
They're it's like some type of cornmeal or is it a flour meal that's filled with like meat and cheese and beans, and then they like fry it.
Is this just a burrito?
No.
Okay.
No, it's more like a quesadilla, but like
still,
okay. It's encased. It's encased.
Yeah, it's very popular
quesadilla
in El Salvador, and so like Bree grew up having it, and she would bring it back sometimes from El Salvador. And that's the first time I had it. Is like she did a trip when she was younger, brought some back to Spokane, and then like recooked them for me basically, and I fell in love almost instantly.
Wow.
So I'm talking about with the pupusas, not Brie. I was already in love with her. Okay, stop. And then what else do we do? Oh, we played games.
We just played a bunch of games.
Yeah, we played Dominion, and did we play Roll for the Galaxy?
Yep.
Yeah.
I like
also a goated game if you know all the rules.
Roll for the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Did you not know all the rules last time we played?
I feel like the rules were withheld.
Dave did a very good job explaining all of the rules to me up front.
Thank you, Colby. You're a real friend.
People do change.
I do advocate that people can't change. So
up to a certain point. I think at a certain point you can't.
Would you like to elaborate, Will?
No.
Anyway,
It was fun though. It was like
Yeah, and
2
then-
or 3 days in a row of David and Colby and Bree.
Aw.
Yeah. Actually, I think it was like 4 because I stayed with you for
Oh yeah.
3.
And then I drove Colby like to drop off. No, you drop off your car. I picked up Colby from one place and then drove him back. And then when he left, I drove him all the way down to like San Bernardino and drove
Like a
back.
2-hour
so it was,
car drive.
it was like a 3-hour car drive for me to get Colby to the airport.
Dang.
But we stopped and got Raising Cane's, so it was all worth it.
Oh yeah, we did.
I love Raising Cane's. Oh, so good. It's so good.
Plus the car drive there was kind of fun because we went through the mountains. So we got some like
There
cool
was
views
a, there was
and
a
stuff.
lot of motorcyclists.
Oh
doing
yes,
crazy
lots of
stuff.
motorcyclists that we were like, oh, is that guy gonna die? Are we gonna watch that guy die? It was scary.
I always get a little nervous.
They were being so reckless.
I mean, but
what they
it was
do.
like those were the roads that you'd want to be reckless on. It looked really fun, but
It was
also
like
really
the hills
scary.
in GTA.
Yes.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. We checked out a couple air museums. One of them was on. Both of them were on base, right?
Well, one of them was on base. The other one was down in Palmdale, outside of Plant 42, which is another like Air Force testing facility. But we saw a bunch of Blackbirds, like the SR-71s.
I love a Blackbird.
Those are really cool. I think those still are like. I think those are the fastest planes, maybe that have existed. I'll have to look it up, but
Is the Blackbird the one that doesn't really look like a normal plane? Like
it's like kind of like really thin and long, and has
like
it looks like it has 2 rockets
like a spaceship
on the
right?
side of it.
Yeah,
It looks like a spaceship.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like all black. I mean, you would recognize it right away. We saw a U-2, which is one. It has like really long wings. It's a surveillance vehicle. It's one that if you saw what is it called? Bridge of Spies with Tom Hanks.
With Tom Hanks.
Yeah,
I'm not-
it's that plane that gets shot down, a U-2. And then we saw one of the 747s that was a shuttle carrier. There was only 2 of them that were ever made,
yeah.
and one of them is in Palmdale. So it's one of the ones that like the aircraft carrier was, or not the aircraft carrier, the space shuttle was on top of the 747. And then you would see it flying. So one of those was over there too. But yeah, there were a ton of cool planes. It's so much fun.
A bunch of F-14s, 15s, 16s.
Yes, tons of fighters. There was an old B-52 also. It was so much fun. Like Colby and I, well, even Bree too. We were just like gushing over all the planes. We're like, this
I
is
was
so much
geeking
fun.
out. It was so awesome.
It was so much fun.
Planes are so cool. I love planes.
Yeah, planes are great.
Yep. Well, shoot, that sounds like a fun buddy trip.
Yeah, it was. It was a fun buddy trip.
And then one more trip, or not trip, but one more activity. Colby and Oliver went to a baseball game, right?
They did. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Oliver and I met up with Oliver last night. We went to a Mariners game where they played the very hated in this Seattle metro area, Houston Astros.
I thought
So that was
everyone
fun.
hated the Houston Astros.
Everyone does hate the Houston Astros, but especially like they're division rivals for the Mariners. So
Oh, okay.
it's just like extra hate. So that was a lot of fun.
Did they win?
They're like, yes, they did. They won 6-1, I believe.
Dang.
What a great game.
Moving up in the
That could be,
rankings.
yeah. And there's like 5 games left in the season. They're pushing for the playoffs. It's really close.
I thought they were already guaranteed a spot in the playoffs.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. They could still
Every
win
year.
their division. they could still win their division. They could still make the second wild card, and they could still miss the playoffs. It really just is up to
That's
the next
nuts.
5. They control their own destiny though. So
Dang.
they'll
One
probably
win.
lose.
Oh, yeah, they'll probably lose. Sounds like a Mariners.
What do they have to do
Yeah.
to get into that? Just like you know,
So they play 1 more game against the Astros and 4 more games against the Rangers, who all 3 of them are in the same division. All 5 games are at home for the Mariners. If they win tonight, then they just have to split their series with the Astros, go 2-2, or with the Rangers, go 2-2. If they lose tonight, I think they have to win 3 out of the next 4.
to make the playoffs.
So tonight's a really big game. Yeah.
Man, after 385 games of baseball, it all comes down to this.
How? Like one more final question, because we have to wrap it up here pretty soon. How are the hot dogs? The street hot dogs.
Dude, so we got hot dogs after the game because there's people just in like this like alley on your walk to the game. There's so many different vendors that just like pitch up tents or whatever, right? And they just have like little food stands. And so we're walking in, and one thing about me is that if there's a if there's like a street vendor, like I want it. Okay. And so we're walking in and we see these street glizzies, right? And I was like, I really hope those are open on the way out. So we walk out. It was like 2 for $7 hot dogs, dude. They were so good. They hit so hard.
Yeah,
Like
there's almost nothing better than like a late night street glizzy.
yeah, it was like 10:30, right? Like
Is this a new term that I'm not aware of?
Glizzy?
Glizzy?
Street
It means a hot
glizzy.
dog. Well, a street glizzy is a street hot dog. So when I was in San Jose for my Super Smash Brothers tournament, they were selling those like similar street hot dogs outside the convention center, and they were just, there's nothing better than like I don't know how else to say it, gourmet hot dogs, like where it's like there's like fried onions on it with jalapenos. And I remember one of the best hot dogs I ever had like fried onions, jalapenos, avocado, it was bacon wrapped, ketchup, mustard, mayo, like the whole thing, onions, tomatoes. It was amazing. There's really something so special about like a hot dog like that. I don't know.
I
I'm a
got
big fan.
cream cheese. I got cream cheese on my hot dog last night.
Dang,
with
that sounds
with
really
everything
good.
else. And I was
That sounds really
skeptical,
good.
but I was like, if I'm gonna try it, it's gonna be right here. I'm not gonna do this at home.
Try anything
And,
once. You know?
Yeah, and it was delicious. So
That's cool.
Can I read the article from slang.net about glizzy?
I would love
Sure,
to.
yeah. Let's end our show with that.
All right. What is a glizzy? Hot dog. Glizzy was first a slang term for a gun, more specifically a Glock, in the 2000s, but morphed into slang for a hot dog because of its similar shape. The term became popular as a meme in the 2010s, then as a TikTok trend in 2020. The original meaning of glizzy comes from black communities in the Washington, D.C. and Baltimore metropolitan area, where it was street term for Glocks. In his 2000 single, It's So Hard, Big Pun raps that he has a, quote, glizzy in the stizzy, unquote. Over the years, people began jokingly referring to hot dogs as glizzies because of their similar long shape, and in the 2010s, the term became popular online, especially as a meme featuring people eating hot dogs. TikTok glizzy trend. In 2020, TikTokers, mainly dudes, began posting different shots of people eating glizzies in public because they find it funny how people eat them and because of their phallic shape. TikTokers often called these unsuspecting hot dog, sometimes submarine sandwich eaters, glizzy globbers or glizzy gladiators.
no, glizzy gobblers.
Glizzy
Oh.
gobblers.
Glizzy gobblers? What did I say?
Globbers.
Globbers.
Glob some glizzies.
Stop.
I will say this: Oliver was double fisting glizzies last night. He was a glizzy gladiator.
Not a glizzy gobbler, or globber.
Globber.
Oh, he was gobbling them too. But
Wow.
Well,
as,
on that
as for
note,
me, I only had one. So I
so
didn't.
you're just a gobbler, not a gladiator.
Yes,
You'll get there.
Dang.
I'm trading.
We should probably wrap up, boys. Short one today. Did you
Yeah,
have
I
any
think
last
so.
thoughts, Will? I don't
No.
feel like you had to share much.
I'm good. No, it's okay. I no final thoughts. I did not take any trips recently, so nothing to share.
My
Will
final
have a matching hoodie with someone soon.
my final comment is that as I was reading that, it was apparent that AI wrote this because it kept repeating certain things in weird places. So I think AI wrote the What is Glizzy article on Glizzy or on slang.net.
Doesn't
Somebody
it
probably just
give you-
used Chat GPT.
Yeah.
and
Well,
then
that's what I
copy-pasted
meant
it.
by AI.
Doesn't it give you comfort that AI already knew more than you like 5 minutes ago?
Well, it doesn't know anything. It just Googles it and then knows it that way. But I guess that's the same
No,
way I
Nate,
learn
it
most
knows.
things. So,
It knows.
Yeah.
It's sentient.
all right. Well,
Cool.
it's
Well, guys,
sentient.
thanks for joining us. Make sure to tune in next week for a recap of Mick's dinner and
All the glizzies he
recap
gobbled.
of all the glizzies that he fought as a gladiator, and for I don't know. Does anybody have any teasers for next week? I dropped a great one last week, so then I have a little teaser for next week. Besides Mick's dinner recap. No. All right. Well, goodbye. Goodbye. You guys had your chances.
Farewell.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Hotkeys podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Castbox, YouTube, and other podcasting platforms. Visit our website, www.hotkeyspodcast.com. Follow us on Twitter at Hotkeys Podcast and join our Facebook group at facebook.com/HKHotkeys. Please like and review us and subscribe to the show on whichever platforms you use. Finally, you can contact us via email at hosts@hotkeyspodcast.com.